Hopeless Fan Podcast. It's Scotty. It's Shelby. It's Zack. We are back. The Hopeless Fan Podcast.
Once a week.
Brought to you by Recording Once a Week. It's what we do now.
So obviously we're behind a little bit when it comes to the divisional round, but I think we have to talk about it. Especially, I want to start with Saturday night.
Saturday night's all right with
Elton. I still think the Ravens were the right side in that game. Couple of football plays, 100-yard pick six, a 14-point swing. Bills beat them 17-3.
First red zone pick he's ever thrown.
Ever. You want to start there?
I could just
get it out of the way.
Real quick give my story of what happened to me. So I watched the Packers game with my dad. It was great. Everything was awesome. Love me, please. And then I watched the first half of the Ravens game. Then I left. I went to B&B to pick up food. I only got food for Jenna because I didn't have an appetite. I was so nervous. It was three.
What?
It was 3-3. Comes back. I watched the drive where Josh Allen gets down.
Only got two main courses. That was it, though.
Went down, scored. They scored a touchdown, now 10-3. Ravens get the ball back. I'm driving home, following on my phone. Ravens have a long ass drive all the way down the field. I said, "Awesome!" Come inside, give the food to Jenna, turn the TV on, and he's at the 40-50 yard line running back the pick. Oh. So I turned it off.
I might have a better story. It's kind of sus you turned it off. I had a nice bet on the Ravens money line because I loved it, and then I loved it even more because they were like, "Oh, there's expecting a lot of wind, not a snow game like Lamar didn't want to play in, a lot of wind." And I was like, "Wind affects passing,
also affects kicking apparently."
I was like, I love that because the Ravens run the hell out of the ball.
They do.
They don't throw, and the Bills can't run, and they didn't have Moss, their running back. I was like, I love this even more. And then first I'll start my story by saying hand up on the Justin Tucker spoiler. That's on me. I thought everyone was just watching it on NBC, so everyone was live.
My parents have the weird Roku thing where it's cable, but it's through the internet. They stream their cable. It's weird, so it's always behind.
Yeah, so I spoiled Justin Tucker's second miss, and then he damn near almost missed a third. But anyway, I had a nice bet, and I was at a bowling alley and watching the game. And
what are you doing at a bowling alley during the pandemic?
It was
gross.
So.
I've been to a bowling alley.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not bad.
There's Scotty. Scotty, didn't you go to a cabin in Hocking Hills with like 8 other people during the pandemic?
I bet he's
because I was there.
I bet he's still wearing his mask right now.
Weren't you at a sports book in a line of about 300 people a week ago?
Crowded at a blackjack table.
Right.
We all know the most sanitary places to go right now are casinos.
Right. So anyway, I'm at the bowling alley and I'm not sober. I'm loose with it. And
is this a Fort Recovery?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so my girlfriend gets a little tipsy.
Oh.
And I've never seen her drunk before since we've been dating. She doesn't drink. Just because she just doesn't drink. Or she's a master in like getting a mixed drink and being like, "Oh, that's good," and then like 2 seconds later hating it.
Then you have to finish it.
Then I have to drink it. So I saw her drunk before we started dating, but since we started dating, haven't seen her drunk. Maybe tipsy, but not this level.
This is
drunk.
2 years.
Yeah. So that day comes Saturday, and she's like, she's getting sick, or she thinks she's about to be sick. So I'm like running around everything.
Like throw up sick or like
throw up sick.
Okay.
And she's crying, so I take her to the bathroom.
Ooh.
She doesn't throw up. And I'm like, okay. And then she's like, you got to help me get my shoes on. She had the bowling shoes on. And so I'm like, I'm helping her. And I can't see the TV from where I'm at. And I'm like, all right. I tell her, I'm like, I got to get my wallet. I left it at the table. It was in my back pocket the whole time. But
can't find my wallet.
So I got up to the TV. And I'm like, I get to the TV as Stephon Diggs is going into the end zone to make it 10-3. And I'm like, not the end of the world. We're fine. Need the Ravens big. And so then I'm getting her shoes on. I'm cleaning up, and like everyone's leaving. She's like, I gotta be sick outside now. And I'm like, oh god. So then I go back to the TV. I'm like, all right, the Ravens are driving. Someone bust a long run. Ravens are inside the 30. I'm like, here we go. And then Nikki's outside. We're waiting for everyone else to come out. We're out there forever, and she's like, still not getting sick yet. But she's like crying, and I gotta be there next to her. But we're outside now. Phone's dead.
Have you ever been so sick that you cried?
No.
Never.
No.
What is that? I don't understand that.
Not
Sorry.
Sick,
estrogen.
Not sick cry. Maybe. But anyway, I'm like, Ravens are driving, and then my brother comes out, and he's kind of not trash, but he's tipsy too. He comes out, he's like, Shelby, the Ravens are falling apart. And the last thing I had seen were they were inside the 30. And I'm like, what? He's like, pick 6, 100 yards, everyone's going nuts in there. Next play, snapped over Lamar's head, safety, concussion, stretcher, it's a whole thing. And I'm like, what's going on? And so, like, my phone's dead. We get in the car, back in the car. We're driving back to my cousin's house, and they have a movie theater room, and there's a bedroom connected to it. And that's I told.
So this is how the 1% live.
Yeah, and I told my cousin, I was like, get the Ravens-Bills game on the big screen. Nikki goes into the bathroom, and I'm helping her. She's getting sick. She's like, oh, stay with me, like, whatever. And so I'm like, we're in there. It felt like we were in there for an hour. Phone's still dead. Everything's dead. I'm sitting there with her.
Why is your phone always dead?
No, it's not.
It's always dead or dying.
It is almost dying all the time. But so anyway, she's like, I'm going to go to bed. I'm like, awesome. Open the door, and Harbaugh and McDermott are shaking hands. And then the score flashes up there, like 17-3 final. And I'm like...
You mean you couldn't watch Brett Huntley's like just as good of drive as Lamar Jackson had at the end of the game?
Well, that's the thing, is I'm glad I didn't watch that because they almost scored a touchdown, which I needed the Ravens to cover my teaser.
Oh, no.
Everyone had that as a teaser. Like, how are you giving the Ravens 9 points or whatever? So
Yikes.
I would have been going nuts. But that was almost worse because then I put the highlights up on the projector screen after the game, and I saw that the Ravens were inside the 10.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this sucks.
Yikes.
So that was my Ravens-Bills experience. Your Kings are running it back. Coordinator's coming back. Don Wink Martindale.
Lost a lot of the defensive staff, but I don't think that's really that big of a deal.
Don Wink Martindale, your
Wink.
head coach guy, didn't even get an interview anywhere.
Yeah.
You said he was. I think if he was hot, he might get one.
Yeah,
he's ugly. He doesn't. They don't give.
He's old and
or
ugly.
If they had lost if they had lost to the Titans, he would have got an interview. I think.
It took Fangio like fucking 33 years, but yeah, go up.
That's like who's the go off. Who's the college coach? Like, I'm thinking of one college coach particularly that everyone wants because of his offensive savviness.
I mean, Nick Saban, right?
Oh no, Lincoln Kelly.
Lincoln Riley.
Oh, Lincoln Riley.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Halfway there. But like Mike Leach, if he was a young, attractive guy doing what he's doing, he would have.
Are you talking about that guy who was at Washington State, now he's at Mississippi State?
Yeah, he would have an NFL some love.
Yeah, he's got that
Cliff
Chip
Kingsbury.
Kelly vibes.
Cliff Kingsbury has a job in the NFL only because he's good looking. Prove me wrong.
Right.
The Sean McVay effect.
Okay. Next game. Ravens done.
Zach doesn't talk with his mouth full. He just talks with his mouth full of smoke.
Vape smoke. Yep.
Sean McVay effect.
Rams Packers. Is there anything in this game? The Packers kind of, walked through them.
The that Devontae Adams double reverse motion whatever
That's
touchdown was awesome. Even Jalen Ramsey was like, why was nobody guarding him? I was supposed to cover him.
Yeah.
And
that's
then
one of those that's really like you could basically the CFL when they get like a 90-yard running head start. You can do that in the NFL. You just got to run in motion.
Yeah. And then Aaron Donald crying.
Why is that your?
This is my new
picture?
Because mine was
it's the Packers.
Well,
and
no. Because I had the Big Ben was crying that week.
He did.
And then
Did you see what
I
my
felt
new
like,
happy was?
next week now he's dead. Or not dead,
So you're
but
trying to get
crying.
someone crying this weekend?
Yeah, I wanted to see if I could get like Lamar Jackson crying or something to have it like all tie together. But
okay, all right, but yeah, Packers are a wagon. Next game, Browns Chiefs. Scotty, give me something on the Browns Chiefs because you were all Mr. It was 6-0. You're like, make your dinner plans. It's over. This is what I live with. 2 out of 16 games a year.
I don't know. It sounds like you would be better off telling the story at this point. No, I think the Chiefs, that was still the right line. The Chiefs got hosed as far as like the spread drama goes, because of course like the Browns get like the luckiest break ever. They're down 19-3 to start the second half, and Baker Mayfield throws an interception in his own territory. Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? How is this game not fucking like just like 28 to whatever, 28-3 at that point. But no, like they settle for a Harrison Butker field goal that misses. And then
does he low key suck?
No, dude, he makes everything in the regular season.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, no.
And all I see him do is miss.
That's like saying does Justin Tucker kind of suck because he missed 2 fucking playoff field goals?
No, but Tucker, that was like, I know he missed 3 kicks in 2 playoff games, but I don't. He's so automatic elsewhere. Here comes Zack. Oh God.
Butker missed. No, I was just gonna talk about Butker. Butker had that great game too against the Chargers, and then he missed a few during the regular season that were pretty bad.
Whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess
he's
it's
pretty
just I'm always.
I think he missed one in that Raiders game too.
Yeah, he definitely missed an extra point and a field goal in the Chiefs-Ravens game, which caused that total to go under by a half point.
Well, regardless, like not everyone is as automatic as Tucker, but I mean Butker, regardless, is a top 5 kicker in the NFL. That's just
right. But the thing is, with his missed kicks, they were both 30-something yards.
Yeah. I know, and it could be playoff choke, it could be the weather, I don't know, but like it doesn't matter. Like the Chiefs should have put points up on the board there, and then the very next drive, or maybe like 2 drives after, Mahomes goes out with a concussion after he's already having foot issues. It's like as soon as I tweet that tweet of like, oh Browns, it's over, like it's gonna be a rout. Like I see Patrick Mahomes like limping around the field like he's fucking Brett Favre in his 40s. And I'm like, oh, great.
But if you're saying Chiefs -10, I don't know, because I bet Cleveland +10. That was like
-8.
My favorite pick ever. Yeah, you got an 8 right before kickoff because all this Cleveland money came in. But the Browns had that touchdown at the 1-yard line, the fumble out of the end zone, which, I mean, they can eat so you're missing 6 points there. How different is that game if Higgins scores that touchdown and Mahomes gets hurt?
Yeah,
and it's 19-17 at halftime.
Yeah.
Instead of a 16-point game.
Even with that drive, I don't know, man. Like, and the Browns only ran it 13 times. They should have done it more. But the thing about the Chiefs is like you always have to. That's why the Browns felt pressured all game. Not only because they were down 19-3 the most of the game, but because like Mahomes, when he wants to, can score in 6 plays. Easily. And that's what I saw, and that's what he did. I was like, especially after that touchdown to Kelsey, I'm like, oh, dude, it's with ease. It's like, no matter what Cleveland does, if they go and score their next 3 drives, Chiefs would always answer. They just felt like they didn't need to, I guess.
But also, like, even late in the game, Scotty, it was 19-10, and Austin Hooper made that ridiculous catch on 4th and 2 or something.
Right.
To keep the drive alive, or the season's over there.
Mm-hmm. I had one thing that Patrick Mahomes' injury. I heard some people were saying that he didn't get a concussion. He got choked out and he like just lost consciousness for a second.
It kind of looks like it for a...
If you ever like see like those videos of like those MMA dudes, they're like the interviewers like, hey, choke me out real quick, and they do it like you can do it real fast.
Yeah.
In like 5 seconds they're out of consciousness. And I'm wondering if maybe that, and almost you hope that that's what happened instead of a concussion, because
he's like fine. I saw him dancing at practice.
Is so fine, and screw the media. We'll screw anyone trying to say like, oh, like he might not play. Like, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm like, dude, who are you kidding? Well,
then Colin Cowherd said like, if I'm the NFL, move the game.
That's such a hot take. Pay attention to me.
That's a bunk of the week right there.
Yeah, Scotty. Yeah, I liked your tweet about that, Scotty. It's like, there's no chance he's not
there's
playing.
not.
Right.
And
they would put him out there with he lost a leg.
And I follow the Bovada odds maker on Twitter, and they put up Buffalo -2 for like 2 hours.
Oh, I know. I saw that. Yeah.
Like predicting Mahomes wasn't going to play, and then
imagine if you were able to take that. Oh my God.
Take Kansas City. You mean? Yeah. So their money line +145 or something. But then like after all the Mahomes like tweeting after the game and shit.
What are they now? What's the spread now?
3.
Do you know?
Is it 3?
Still 3.
Yeah.
Chiefs -3.
Yeah, and that's what sucks is last year the championship games I made like my biggest bet because both teams were like 6-7, so I could just tease them down to money line 49ers and Chiefs last year, and it was so easy. But now these games are so GD tight. Yeah, tough one. I was happy though. I will say I don't like that. Like after the Chiefs converted that 4th and 1 to Tyreek Hill, and like everyone was like, "Oh my God, the cojones on Andy Reid." We're, like the same people that would be like, "What are you doing throwing with your backup quarterback?" Had Tyreek Hill dropped it or like it was incomplete or something like that. It was an awesome call, but like that's what I just hate because it's like obviously he has balls to go for it. Whether get it or not.
Well, that huge touchdown pass was nice.
Which one?
The Chad Henne one.
He didn't throw a touchdown.
The long one.
He
Was it
threw
a touchdown?
pick.
Not that one. I'm talking about the long throw that he had.
The Tyreek
It was
Hill.
like his first play in the game.
Yeah.
It was like his first play in the game.
That wheel route to Tyreek.
But how are you guys? I don't think we've ever talked about how all of us feel on the Tony Romo aspect of things.
He's kind of getting annoying.
Yeah.
He's a little bit annoying, but I do learn a lot from him when he calls stuff out. I'm like, that's where he's like, he was wrong though on the 4th and 1 where he's like, look at the body language. There's no play going on.
Like he's the reason why I hope that Aaron Rodgers will do that because I feel like Aaron Rodgers would have all the same knowledge and know-how and tricks of the trade and all that kind of stuff. But Aaron Rodgers is funny. Like you've seen him on like Barstool and all that kind of stuff. So
that's a good point. I feel like he'd be better.
He would be way better than Tony Romo because Tony Romo's kind of a scrub.
Yeah.
Hasn't Aaron Rodgers like refused to do Barstool though his entire career? Like they can't even.
He just recently he was just recently on. He was talking to him.
Oh really?
Maybe it was Pat McAfee.
He did that. He was on Pat McAfee. All the
Pat
time.
McAfee.
But he donated that
to the Barstool Fund. Yeah,
and he was with Portland.
Gotcha.
But he hasn't gone on Pardon My Take because Big Cat's a big Bears fan.
Bears guy, and he's trashed him like, so much.
Can you just say that he was Aaron Rodgers is illegal?
It is funny because they'll do like Barstool will do Pick'em and Big Cat's like, oh, I'm taking the Rams. He like no matter what he picks against the Packers, he's like, oh, I'm taking the Rams. Like, oh, I think they keep it close. Yeah, there's so much to that game, but you know, Scotty, you're right. Like the Browns did get lucky. It's like if there was ever a recipe to beat Kansas City in Kansas City, it was like have Butker miss 2 field goals, have Mahomes get hurt,
run the damn ball,
have Chad Henne throw a pick. I had Baker's over passing yards, and it was awesome at halftime because he had like over half of it, and then they decided to run the ball down 16 instead of running the ball in the first half when they should have. It was weird.
Yeah.
And then Kareem Hunt didn't even get a touch for like the first half. It was weird. But I'm glad the Browns are out. Fuck.
Yeah. And then last game, Drew Brees
Alvin!
done. Yeah. Drew Brees pretty much done, right?
He's going to retire.
He kind of has to, unless he wants to go to another team, because the Saints are going to keep him.
He hasn't said he's going to retire, but basically everyone's saying that he's retired. That he's going to be like, well, I guess I'm retired.
Right. Because if you look, I watched all those videos on TikTok of like how the cap strategies that they have to do.
Not everyone is a cap expert.
But it's just crazy to see all the stuff the hole that they've dug themselves into. I didn't think they would be worse off than the Rams. Rams, that's going to have another cap issue.
Rams is another cap. That's cap.
It's not cap that they're going to have cap issues.
Cap that it's gonna
but other than that, on the game, I thought the Saints were going to end up with a 4-point victory the way it looked most of the game, and then can't that once Tom Brady had that sneak touchdown, I was like, okay, it's over.
Yeah.
If Tom Brady has, I want to see if Tom Brady has a quarterback sneak touchdown, how many games does he lose?
Yeah,
he's probably undefeated.
That's a good point. Well, his record's going to be good in any split.
That's true.
You decide. But
especially when you go up 10 with like under 3 minutes to play, that QBC probably did him in.
You make as much fun of Drew Brees as you want. Like his arm strength wasn't there, and I think the Alvin one where it was on Twitter where he's like Alvin, because he knew the ball was short. I think Alvin just ran straight and Brees threw an out route. It wasn't like.
Did he think that Alvin was going to hear him?
Yeah, no. It is like that's just his instinct.
Yeah.
Stop on a dime. My 2 takeaways: Devin White for the Buccaneers. Sometimes he's in the wrong space. He's in the wrong spot, but he's fucking everywhere. He's good. I love watching him play, and that's him and Darius Leonard. I like watching him play. But also, make fun of Drew Brees all you want, but Jared Cook's fumble.
Oh, dude, that was the game. Yeah, I think I tweeted that night. I was like, y'all can blame it like Drew Brees, but like they were going down to make it a 2-possession game, and he fumbled.
You're right.
On a third down that he caught and converted.
Yeah, it was 20-13. 20-13.
Yep.
That catch, if he just goes down, they're in field goal range and about to go up 10. That was the game.
Right.
I would have loved to see Drew Brees in Lambeau this week, just like just dying, just like barely getting anything under pat.
I think it's good. I think it's going to be fun to watch. I think Tom Brady's going to throw 2 picks against the Packers this weekend. I really think he will.
Well,
this revenge game for the Packers is going to be huge. At home, Aaron Rodgers' first NFC Championship game at home, I think, is going to be electric. What's
his
the spread?
Second, because it was 2007. His second NFC Championship.
That was as a starting quarterback, right?
No. Well, you were the guy that said NFL quarterbacks their record.
All right, what's our next segment?
Scotty.
No.
Zach said that quarterbacks' record should include games they were like a backup.
What?
Yeah.
No impact on the game whatsoever besides holding the clipboard.
None.
They're in the quarterback room.
Oh yeah, true.
I would have fucking punched him.
So Zach, for being the couch
What's our next
warrior,
segment?
you should be counted for the losses of the Ravens because you were a part of it.
Yep, exactly.
Well, he said like, yeah, because I was like, well, what about the games Joe Flacco started before Lamar? He's like, yeah, Adam. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You don't believe that.
Prove it.
I said, fucking hate it.
Show me your data.
Well, that's when he was drunk at the sportsbook. He's like, Aaron, I'll never forget this. He's like, Aaron Rodgers doesn't throw to Devontae Adams in close games. I was like, how do you know that? And I
It's like
can't.
you have the best wide receiver quarterback combo in the league right now, and fucking you're it's
Packers
close. It's your close game, and it's like, oh, do I want to throw it to this amazing receiver, or do I want to see if fucking Equanimous St. Brown is wide open through the middle?
Right.
What was that
that's
first name?
cap because
Equanimous.
that's cap because the Packers don't have Brandon Allen and T. Higgins. All right,
Truth.
Bunk of the week. Bunk of the week.
FedEx Air Player of the Week, week
16.
16.
That's a fact. How many Air Player of the Weeks did Lamar win this year?
He won the
I
UPS
didn't ask that.
UPS Ground Player of the Week.
Okay, Bunk of the week. I'll start.
Okay.
True Love.
True Love.
Claire and Dale.
Oh yeah.
have broken up.
They did?
broke up.
Yeah, they split, and she's absolutely crushed. Apparently, I don't know. That's
Did
what
he
Twitter
leave
tells
her
me.
then, I'm guessing?
Yeah, he posted online that like they were taking.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, that they decided to
me
go
your
their
makeup.
separate ways, even though the headline was like taking time apart, and then you just read his status. He's like, nah, like we're going our separate ways.
Okay.
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, you mean
Yeah, like,
skipping the whole get to know you part of the experience is actually not
Right.
the way to go?
Blake's over here like, I told you. Meanwhile, I'm happy and retired in Utah with this Reiki lady. She gives a mean handy.
What?
What this lady could do with a crystal would blow your mind.
Oh,
All right. Who else has a bunk?
And I'm not talking about spiritual healing. Okay, I have one, and it's, as you guys know, I am back in school, and it's like that thing where like you have like a paper assignment,
Yeah.
and the sure, and the teacher like, it's like, it's not one a huge paper, right? It's like
Yeah.
one of these weekly assignments that you have to do. It's an intensive writing course, which I hate, but on the assignment paper it says like what I'm supposed to write about and what the sources I'm supposed to pull from, but there's no word count, no page count, minimum, maximum, nothing. So I could like, theoretically, could I type up a paragraph and submit it, and as long as it meets all the content criteria, like, I don't know. And then so I go into the syllabus and look and see if there's any kind of template. Not there. Go through basically I go through all the content on the class page. Can't find it anywhere. So I like type up an email and send it to her. She's like, oh yeah, so it's just the cumulative word count for all of these weekly submissions needs to, by the end of the semester, needs to be 2,500 words.
So
I was like, where is this in?
That's hard because then, so how many papers total?
14 or 15.
So you're going to explode through 2,500 words.
Yeah.
Like a paragraph.
The one I did today was like 600 words.
Yeah.
It just needs to be at least 2,500 by the end. My bunk was like, you just expected us to find, like we were talking about this the other night.
Yeah.
It was like, you have to hack into the mainframe and find out and go, and it's on the fine print of this paper that I posted 7 years ago.
You have to print it out and there's invisible ink on it.
Yeah, it's like finding out where the national treasure is.
Scotty Bunk.
my bunk of the week is going to be Kyrie Irving returning to Cleveland after that long hiatus and just absolutely, like, I mean, he balled, but, like, absolutely playing no defense. So the Cavs and Colin Sexton just, obliterated them as far as just, they put up 142 points or something like that in 2 overtimes. And, yeah, that's my bunk. I think Kyrie Irving hurts the Nets.
So you're saying the Nets don't play defense?
Correct, sir.
I mean, they let the Cavs score 147 points.
I'm just saying, then you might want to look at either A, fading the Nets because everyone's going to bet on them, or betting the team total over for the Nets opponent.
Jared Harris played 42 minutes, scored 6 points.
Well, the lines catch on to that pretty quickly as far as like, you know, the points opponent totals are going to be like one, you know, in the high one.
I think
teams.
the story here, the story here is the bench play, right? Because you got for the Cavs, Prince scored 17, Allen scored 12, and Dotson scored 15. And then on the bench for the Nets, Perry scored 4, Harris scored 6, Luwawu, I'm not even going to try, scored 0 points, and Brown scored 0 points.
Well, where the books might not catch up to you is you might get good value betting the first half team total over of a Nets opponent, or whichever half that all three of those superstars are going to be on the court the most, and probably won't have as max effort in that.
Well,
first half.
I think Kyrie and James Harden cannot be on the floor together, honestly, because I mean I put that huge stake on the Nets to beat.
He only took 6 threes. He played 51 minutes, only shot 6 threes.
That's what
James
I'm
Harden.
saying. But he shot more aggressively
crazy.
against the Bucks, which I put a huge stake on them to beat the Bucks, and it happened. And that's because I think they didn't have Kyrie, and they'll play opponents better, like opponents who are really good. Like, you know, I knew that Bucks game was going to be seen by both teams as like, oh, this is like a playoff thing, you know, because we could see each other in the playoffs. They're 1 and 2, and it will end up 1 and 2 in that conference. And, you know, I just think Kevin Durant and James Harden together are better than Giannis and any pairing on that team. So, and I don't know, and I think Kyrie Irving just kind of muddies the water. So he's my bunk.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, we'll go to Stan, and I'll start. Dan Campbell, Lions coach, introduced today. His quote. Did you see his quote?
Run through a
see what
brick
he looks
wall
like?
guy.
Here's what he looks like. Here's what he looks like.
Is that why you have a goatee?
So I got a goatee because I saw Dan Campbell today. It was like, did you ever watch Focus, where
Yes.
Will Smith and
We watched that in the
Robbie,
theater together,
like
Shelby.
I know, on the way to Panama. Because I would watch Hot
Yeah,
Tub
you
Time Machine 2. Because they were my gift cards at the Newport Theater.
That's funny.
And we watched Focus instead of Hot Tub Time Machine 2.
Hot Tub Time Machine 2 was not a
Yeah,
very
it
good
sucked.
movie, though.
Well, Focus I liked. I liked Focus. But anyway, where the Chinese guy picks out number 55 on the sidelines. That's why I kind of got the goatee vibes, because I saw Dan Campbell and he had a goatee, and then I had to look up who he was, and then he was on the staff. He took over for Joe Philbin with Miami. He was the interim head coach, and Zack Taylor was his interim head offensive coordinator. So obviously I looked at like some film, breaking it down, how Zack Taylor's offense looked. They beat Tennessee by 30 his first game.
30.
Here's Dan Campbell's. What's this now?
This is Turbo Jeff.
Oh,
He's a Broncos professional Madden player.
oh my God. Okay. So anyway, here's Dan Campbell. So that's what he looks like, Zach.
This place is big.
So he either orders his steak rare or he just
Nice.
cuts it right out of the cow.
Yeah, he also looks like every Midwest school superintendent I've ever seen.
Or just like diesel truck. But anyway, his quote is, "Don't look.
Okay.
We're gonna kick you in the teeth. When you punch us back, we're gonna smile at you. When you knock us down, we're gonna get up, and on the way up, we're gonna bite a kneecap off."
And Dominican Sue ain't walking through those doors.
Right. So anyway, all-time tough guy. Everyone's analytics, and the Lions are gonna run it 40 times up the middle and win games 16-6.
When you have DeAndre Swift, how could you not?
Right. So Stafford obviously in good hands.
Speaking of Stafford, he said there's a tidbit from there. He said him and the GM are looking forward to starting this thing from scratch. So Stafford just got a little bit less secure there with that quote.
Oh God, this is great.
Oh my God!
I love that scene.
I'll go back up to the caption.
It says, "Stafford, can I have a day off?" Dan Campbell.
Oh.
All right, bad radio. All right, we'll go to Sidhams.
Sidhams.
I guess I'll start.
I didn't get to do my stand.
Your
That's okay.
stand. Sorry.
My stands is steaks at home.
Steaks at
This
home.
is the third. Like, we're making a steak tonight. This is the third one I've made in the last 2 weeks.
First one for me.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm tailoring my seasoning mix. Maybe I could just make my own and sell it. Well, we'll see where it goes. But yeah,
Good.
I like it. I like it.
All right.
These steaks are gonna be really good.
Oh, they will. All right. My sit-em. We'll start sit-ems. Butlers. So we don't get political, obviously, but Joe Biden is now the president, and he got rid of the button at the White House that Trump would use to summon a butler who would bring him a Diet Coke. He had a Diet Coke.
I kind of like that. I kind of wish I had that.
So that's what I said. I was like, this is a sit-em, because if you don't have a button that has a Diet Coke carrying
for
butler coming at you,
for us it'd be a Diet Dr Pepper or Coke
Diet
Zero.
Dr Pepper Coke Zero.
Yeah,
It was like,
you have two different butlers for each drink.
like you're president of the United States.
You're also creating jobs.
Right.
It's a win-win.
But you're president of the United States. Like,
Yeah.
you might get thirsty.
Yeah.
Or like, oh my god, like
So you need something to wash the Adderall down with.
that would be amazing. Okay, so yeah, that's all I had. Just because that's blasphemy to me.
That's your sit-em.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's all I got.
Scotty, do you have a sit-em?
Yeah, it's gonna be really a sit-em. No, I don't have a sit-em.
Okay, I'll do my sit-em real quick. All right, my sit-em's going to be dead naming. And so at this post-game interview with Steph Curry, he called him by his name that he does not go by, Wardell. Which, by the way, that should be a bunk in of itself. Who the hell has a name like Wardell? But yes, apparently I didn't know that Steph Curry's real first name is Wardell. And the look that he gave the interviewer was fucking hilarious.
It was funny.
But sit-em is... then he went on to ask the dumbest fucking question I've ever heard.
Why is he so good at put-back dunks?
Right.
Whoever it was.
Right. Wiseman or something like that. But yeah. Dead naming. Because he just, like... I think he did it like, hey, everybody, look at me. I'm about to call him a name that nobody's calls
I have
him.
the Wikipedia app, and I actually donate to it when they ask me to. All right.
$3 donation.
Yeah. Your stardom.
My stardom, or Scotty, do you want to do your stardom?
He stepped away for a second.
Oh, he stepped away for a second. Gotcha. Okay, my stardom is going to be second chances. And not because I want Dwayne Haskins to have a second chance, so much so that I'm happy for him because he had his chance in Washington. Plenty of chances, actually. But because I hope he gets a second chance in Pittsburgh and does horribly. Because that's good for the brand.
Right.
In NFC North...
Your stardom should have been theft, since the Steelers got the steal of the 19th draft.
Oh, now he comes back in to slander me, but he couldn't be here for his stardom.
Good timing.
Scotty, go ahead and do your stardom.
I just have a stand of the week, which I never got to. But whatever. It's the same concept.
You have to be your stardom. That's fine. Yeah.
So it's really short. It's going to be when you're watching an NBA game, and it's in the third or fourth quarter, and the underdog is down like 7 points, and they're plus 400 to win the game. Moneyline them. Moneyline the live underdog.
Okay.
It's the easiest money. I can't, like, I'm giving away top secrets here. So,
it happened to him once, so now it's.
It's happened. No, it's happened to me quite a few times. Quite a few. Okay. It also hasn't happened, but I mean, overall, it's little money for a lot of money. So a lot of money.
But you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, I mean, 4-1, you take a shot, but that's the thing with, like, for all these college basketball games at a time, and it might still, I don't think it is anymore, but it used to be for like an entire NFL Sunday slate. They just have a foreign company generating these live lines. If it's like a Final Four game and it's isolated, like the Super Bowl will be, there's actual people behind the live lines that are a lot sharper. But then, these live lines for all these games, like they don't have a actual person, Liberty and Lipscomb playing. So there is some some sauce where you're saying
like playoffs. I can't make live bets for the playoffs. Just can't, like NFL. I can't do it.
Well, you're gonna get max effort from both teams.
Exactly.
Maximum effort.
But my stardom, and I mean, even if that's your take, Scotty, then the spread of that team is like a lock. Then, even though it's minus 110.
but then it's like 10 to win 9. Right? It's like 10 instead of 10 to win 40.
Not as much value is what I said.
Right.
Yeah. No, I take the chance on that.
You have a better chance of winning.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't.
My stardom.
Go ahead.
Early days of the pandemic. So April, we got Joe Exotic, who thought he was going to get pardoned by President
Sent a
Trump.
limo to the prison to pick him up.
All-time flex for just an empty limo ride. I bet the limo driver, that's tough. Because he probably watched the documentary.
Wait.
So it's like, I'll get Joe Exotic.
Yeah.
Mom, we have Joe Exotic at home.
But at least he got paid to do nothing.
Hey, can I read this quote from him? He said, Joe Exotic thinks he knows why Trump didn't give him a pardon. And then he's like, he was really honest about the snub on social media. And the headline to the article is, "Too innocent and too gay."
There it
Pulling
is.
out the gay card.
So-
I just saw Bachelorette Claire Crawley crushed over Split from Dale Moss. I'd expect nothing less from the oldest Bachelorette in history. All right, well, now I'm going to be busy for a while after I read this. All right, so we got
Yeah.
head coaches. I didn't know the Eagles hired this guy who I
Well,
had
no,
never heard of.
we were supposed to. You
Oh,
didn't
okay,
finish it. You
segue
didn't. Well, you
into
didn't finish. You were just talking about
Things we thought we got rid of in 2020.
things we thought we were done with in 2020, but are still here. Joe Exotic being one of them.
All right, give me another.
Donald Trump thought we were done with him in 2020, but I don't think we'll ever be done with him.
Well, you knew
we'll be done with him.
the inauguration was in 2021.
Right, but I mean, like it was a red letter year for Donald Trump. I would say 2020 was.
My problem with the segment is I don't think we have that many to discuss.
No, you just think about it. Like, think about what are things that you thought a pandemic. That's one thing I hoped at early on. Going back to your start, it was like the early days of the pandemic.
Yeah, we
you
all thought
thought
it'd be
you
over
were
the
gonna be,
summer.
you'd be leaving that behind, and at least leaving it behind in 2020. But apparently not. Scotty, is there anything that was like big, especially like early days of 2020, that you thought we would be leaving behind in 2020, but are still a thing now?
COVID.
All right, great segment.
Dynamite dropping.
This
That's why-
sounded so much better when we were at Kroger.
Well, yeah, it did, but then I thought about it more, and there's not really that many things. Joe Exotic just popped up for a day because he thought he was going to get pardoned.
The possibility of sports being canceled on any given basis, that still could happen if there's an outbreak.
That's true. Are we good to move on? Or
Sure.
You wanna... Well, do you have any more? Because I'm trying to think of stuff, and it's 21 days into this year, so it's not like it's...
Claire, I thought we were going to be
Yeah,
leaving her in
there you go.
2020.
that checks. I mean, I'll try for your happiness.
my
Eric
God.
Bieniemy not getting a job.
No, that doesn't work.
The Broncos to have a good
I was gonna say
quarterback.
The Browns winning a playoff game.
Tom Brady in a
Oh my
championship
God!
game.
Yeah, Tom Brady in an NFC championship game.
All right, we'll get into those in a minute. Head coaches, the Eagles. They hired this guy. I don't know who it is. So does Eric Bieniemy get the Houston job? Does he even want it? Who's going to be Houston's head coach?
I would not want it unless I personally talked to Deshaun. Was like, look, I'll take this job if you're going to stay.
Lou Anarumo.
Here are the reasons why you should stay.
That's who's going to get the Houston job. Lou Anarumo.
I would expect Wink to have gone to
Houston.
Houston.
Hey
yeah.
Shelby, did you get my joke though?
Yeah, Lou Anarumo.
Yeah, 'cause he's-
It's not even a joke because like some days if like the Bengals force a 3-and-out early, he starts to feel himself a little bit. He's like, oh, I got a special zone blitz.
Don't let-
when we're up 3-0.
Don't you fucking dare let Lou Anarumo get on a fucking roll, dude. Don't let him get in his bag.
Lou Anarumo is a classic like heat check guy. Like he makes a couple of threes and then he dribbles across half court and like blitzes 9 guys. It's like I'm down. Yeah. But head coaches, Josh McDaniels sadly probably not going to be a head coach. And I said that to you, Scotty. I wanted him to be a head coach. Zach, be a little louder. Was just that when he was with the Broncos, every mic'd up, he was just whining like a baby.
Yeah, he's such a bitch.
At everything. He was a toddler. And I just wanted him to be back because I wanted to see if he actually changed because he said that he did. But what are you going to say if someone asks you that?
Have you changed? No.
This guy named Johnny Payups is here to see you.
Oh, be right back.
What's the score of that game? But yeah, so this guy I don't know is the Eagles' new head coach. It's whatever. Kind of feel bad for Doug Peterson. Anyone else feel bad for Doug
That's
Peterson?
probably who'll get the fucking Houston job.
Think so? I mean,
Good.
The guy wins like been to the playoffs 3 times in 4 years and gets axed. I don't know. What would you do with the Eagles quarterback situation, Scotty?
That's kind of tough because I like both players, but like the money, if someone's willing to take the money off Wentz for, someone's willing to eat that for maybe like a 3rd round pick, I do that and go with Jalen Hurts. If not,
So we're all on Jalen Hurts after like 3 okay-ish games.
I am. I love Jalen Hurts. I would take Jalen Hurts.
We'll have to go back and see what we thought about Jalen Hurts getting drafted in the second round because I thought we were all off him.
I am too.
I don't.
He did look.
I like him in the room. I don't like him in the room with Wentz, but I like him as a quarterback anywhere else.
Yeah.
Or if he's just the
I
dude.
would prefer. I would if we waited on Lamar Jackson and had him instead. Like I would prefer because he has a better passing pedigree, but with a similar running style, mobility ability. I would rather. I would not saying I would take him over Lamar Jackson now, but if we're going back to 2018, we're going to build up around two different quarterbacks. I would take a Jalen Hurts over Lamar Jackson just because of the passing ability is there.
Wow.
All right. Do we want to get into Boardwalk?
I'm kind of still on that.
Let's do it.
Oh, you're still on that?
You would take Jalen Hurts over Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, that's tough.
Over the MVP.
If this was 2 years ago?
In 2018, yeah, because I think Jalen Hurts would be. Lamar Jackson is a product of the system more, I think.
So that's how much you think Jalen Hurts is like. That's how much you value Jalen Hurts. Then you think he's going to be that good?
I think in the right system he could be.
Well, I just take off the sample size, right? When Wentz went out, he wasn't playing very well, and then the Eagles instantly started playing well again. So, I don't know if Wentz is broken, if he needs like a better system. I don't know what it was, but there was a reason. I mean, Wentz could I don't know what it is. I heard that they babied him in Philly, but I have no fucking clue. Anyway, I can't believe that take, Zach. Let's do
that. Is tough. All right, Zach. From one bad take.
It's like, yeah, we'll shit on Lamar Jackson every week, but you want somebody else? Fuck you.
We're allowed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Zach, 6-0 in Boardwalk.
He said, okay.
6-0 in Boardwalk. I'm thinking if you would have parlayed your 6 picks together, it would have been. This is a rough estimate, just based off of -110s around there.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like $10 to win $460.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, Zach 6-0, me 4-2, Scotty the Iceman.
Playoff Zach, here we go. Playoff P.
Scotty, that's tough. So 0-5-1 and now 0-6.
I haven't won a playoff Boardwalk pick.
You have he has a half of a win.
Yeah, you did get a push in there with Washington.
Well, I also separately just put everything I had on the Bills, so I guess I'll take
So
physical money
what is our
over
overall
Boardwalk,
record?
but still
I'm
it's
calculating that now because
Gotcha.
I have the records.
No, I gotcha. Take your time.
Yeah, I got you.
We're not going anywhere.
I said the first half over 24. What a horrible fucking... The whole fucking game didn't even get to 24.
Of the Bills-Ravens game?
Yep.
Zach, I'm now 3 games back of you.
Oh.
With 2 Boardwalks to go.
Oh my god.
We have the Super Bowl 6 picks in the Super Bowl.
We're doing 6? We have to do 6 Super Bowl picks?
We did it last year. Jesus. I mean, you weren't in Boardwalk, but...
It's true.
That sucks because...
Taking it by storm.
Because even before the playoffs, I was so in this.
Yeah.
Now and then even before NFL, I was so in it.
Now you are 10 games back of Zach.
We've got player props.
Fucked up.
A 6-game swing. All right, so 2 games, obviously. We'll start with the early one. Tampa Bay going to Green Bay. Packers 3.5-point favorites. Over/under at 51.5. Zach.
I'm taking Packers -3.5.
Okay.
Ride the hot hand. And like I said earlier, revenge game for what happened earlier. I think Aaron Rodgers was kind of embarrassed that he threw 2 picks against Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he's out to prove that, Tom Brady's not. Obviously Tom Brady's in the twilight of his career. Aaron Rodgers still got a couple good years left in him, I would imagine, barring catastrophic injury. So I think he wants to kind of show that at least at this point, he's better than the GOAT.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'll have 2 picks on this game, and if you want to come back,
I'll have more
right.
picks. Mm-hmm.
I'll start with my 2.
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay first half -2.5. They outscored teams by 9 points this whole season per game, but 8.5 of that is in the first half.
Wow.
Best first half scoring team in the NFL, and I'm correlating that with the over in the game of 51.5. What?
No,
you
good.
like under?
Yeah, that's my second pick for the game.
Oh, good.
Yeah, under 50 was a crossfire.
Awesome. I think Green Bay gets their lead in the first half, and it forces Tampa Bay to throw the ball. And I mean, I'm tired of being on the on the bad side of Green Bay overs. All they do is score. put up 32 against the best defense in the NFL, arguably, in the Rams. So I like over 51.5. Green Bay minus 2.5. Maybe something else. Not sure yet. Scotty, what say you?
Are you sure you even want to know? I mean, actually, whatever I say, you might as well just bet the other pick. But Shelby, I was gonna pick Packers minus 3.5, but I love your stat. So thanks for the handicap. I'm taking the first half spread for Green Bay too. And I'll take the what's the first half over under?
The first half over under. I'm guessing it's in the 25 range.
25.5.
First half 26.5.
Wow.
I'll take that under.
Okay. First half under 26.5. All right, I'm still
the highest scoring quarter in the history of the playoffs.
It just turns into the Texans-Chiefs playoff game. This is what sucks is that now usually passing touchdowns per quarterback is 1.5, and now Brady and Rodgers are both 2.5, and Brady's under 2.5 is minus 210. So because Aaron Rodgers over 1.5 touchdowns is like a slam dunk pick basically every year.
How many picks do we have? Do we have 4, or are we doing
Six.
a bonus and a lock?
6 picks.
2 per game, and then
Whatever else.
2 more.
Well,
a bonus and a
you
lock.
can do 6. You can do 1 and 5. You can do whatever you want. Let's just get to the next game.
Yeah.
Bills Chiefs. I'll take Buffalo plus 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'll go under the 54.
Okay.
This is like the Buffalo last game they played. They let the Chiefs run all over them. But that's what you have to do if you're playing against the Chiefs. You let them run, make their drives take longer, give them more opportunities for a mistake, a fumble, or a holding, something to get them out of rhythm. Don't let Mahomes get hot. So the Bills, like they did in the first game, they come out in nickel and dime, and they're not going to let Mahomes throw the ball that much. I would take over rushing yards for whoever's running the ball for the Chiefs. It just sucks because they're like kind of split. But Buffalo plus 3, under 54. Also some wind in Kansas City. Like it.
I'm gonna take. They're both be first half picks. Chiefs minus 1.5 first half, and also the under 27.5 in the first half.
KC minus 1
and a half.
And a half.
Yeah.
And KC Buffalo first
under
half
under 27.5.
Okay. Scotty.
So my regular play for this game is going to be the under 54. I agree, Shelby. The first game they played in Buffalo, they kept them to running, and I'm not going to rely on the Chiefs to just decide when to turn it on, or if they even do. And my lock of the week is going to be Buffalo plus 3. I think they win outright. I think Buffalo's going to the Super Bowl. My thing is like Kansas City got this far. They barely beat Cleveland. You know, they haven't covered in 9 straight games or some crazy shit like that. And the thing is about Mahomes and the Chiefs, it just seems like they crawled here. Like you know, and I think that they get beat kind of like, Buffalo's kind of like been the the Cinderella team, or the darlings of the NFL, I should say, this year. I think that they've been more loose, whereas Kansas City, like, everyone expected them to be good, so they are. But I think Buffalo wins outright.
And keep in mind, this coming from the 0-11-1 guy in the playoffs.
Sure, why not? But
here comes confident Zack. Didn't bet any of his Boardwalk picks, but here he goes. So these other two kind of tough. Do you have something?
2 more picks? Yeah. So, also, the Lawrenceburg are cowards, because in terms of player props for this game, that in receiving yards, all they have is Diggs, Singletary, Kelsey, and Hill. They don't have anybody else.
Some of them must be on the.
I guess it could be, but Tyreek Hill over under 77.5 yards. I'm taking the over on that one. That's going to be my bonus. And I thought about taking the under 94.5 for Travis Kelsey. That seems.
What's Hill?
77.5.
Okay.
Travis Kelsey is over under set at 94.5, which seems like a trap.
Yeah.
The under getting the juice here at minus 106. I think there could be some good value there. But yeah, for him to get the same kind of reception yards respect as Stephon Diggs seems kind of sus to me.
Question: Who would Jair Alexander cover this game?
Mike Evans.
That's the under I want, because Mike Evans should have played him under last week, because he's still hampered with an injury.
Yeah.
On top of, he got shut down by Lattimore last week, and now this week I'm taking it under 63.5 Mike Evans.
Chris Godwin's.
That's fair.
I'm saying on this book, Chris Godwin over or under is 67.5.
Who? Chris Godwin? If you were on the right book, but you never do, his over-under is 63.5. Same as Mike Evans.
Yeah.
There's just a lot in here.
Yeah, did everybody do their bonus yet, or Scotty still have to do his bonus?
No, Scotty has 2 picks left. We each have 1.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter what's a bonus and what's...
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Scotty.
I'm going to take Aaron Rodgers' rushing yards.
Huh.
I'm going to take it over 13.5 rushing yards is what I have.
Okay.
At. You tell me if you see
that.
something different.
Do we even... I don't even know if we would have that on here. Aaron Rodgers, 10.5 with Lawrenceburg.
There you go. I'm taking the over.
I'll take that too.
Okay. And then my lock or final pick, whatever you want to have it, is going to be Aaron Rodgers over 2.5 passing touchdowns. You're getting really good value there, too. It's plus 145.
Well, yeah, because it's hard to do.
Well, I mean, for him to throw 3 touchdown passes, how many did you throw last week? 3?
2.
No, 2.
2?
No, that's the thing. That's why it's hard to do, is that he could throw a deep ball to the 1-yard line and Aaron Jones runs it in, or he could run in a touchdown.
Yeah, I really do like 3, maybe even 4 touchdowns in this game for him. I like a good game from Rodgers here. The only reason I didn't take his over 279.5 is for what you said. They have 3 solid running backs in the rotation that could really leech away at his passing yards. So
Scotty.
I think that they drive down the field and then he throws a couple 5-yard touchdown passes.
I like it. Scotty?
I'm going to take Robert. What do you guys have, Robert Tunyon? What his receiving yards over and under? What do you guys have?
You could get on the book.
You could. I think it was like 30-something, like 37
34 and a half.
34 and a half, yeah.
I'm going to take the under. 34.5. I think Devin White's... I think those linebackers in Tampa are fucking sweet. And
they're good.
Yeah, and I think that, they also like to put corners on tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Cook knows all and well that, they are like fucking ball hawks. So, I don't know. I like that. So, I'm taking the under there.
All right, there's Boardwalk. Did everyone watch Bachelor?
I did not.
Yep.
I can pretend like I did.
Do you want to just wait?
It's up to you guys.
And do Monday?
We can chit-chat about it if you want.
Yeah,
we could do Monday. We could do now. Doesn't matter.
Let's just do Monday. Wait till we're all caught up.
That's fair.
Just you have till Monday to watch it.
Okay.
Okay. It's not that great of an episode.
Yeah.
But we'll end this with a trivia contest between Scotty and Zack.
Oh, wow.
This is testing your memory of the 2019 season.
Oh, fuck.
It's kind of like a...
So wait, the season that ended in 2019 or started in 2019?
That's a fucking Zack question.
Yeah.
All right. So here's how the game's going to work. I'm going to give you an example of a game of what happened. So, and it'll be a before. You guys can each DM me separately.
I'm right here.
I gotta do.
I'm
work.
right here.
I gotta do work. And it's gonna be which happened first. So I'll ask you: Did A happen before or after B?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Everyone good with that?
Should we just send you before or after, or should we?
Yes. Just say before or after in the chat.
In the group chat?
No. Separately.
Okay. Separately.
Yeah. All right.
So it's not a time thing. We just have to get the right answer.
No. Yeah. It's not a race.
Sweet.
Okay.
All right, guys. Once this page loads, we're going to be so back.
Minus 500. Minus 500, Scotty sends it to the group.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like, oh shit, I was about to. Thanks
so
for
you guys can tell me. So, Mustard, on Thursday Night Football, Aaron Rodgers threw 4 touchdowns to beat the 49ers 34-17.
Okay.
Did that happen before or after the Patriots beat the Ravens on Sunday Night Football?
Can you repeat the question?
So, Aaron Rodgers beat the 49ers with 4 touchdown passes on a Thursday Night Football game. Was that before or after the Patriots beat the Ravens?
Okay.
Wait, okay.
How do you... of course, Scotty doesn't get it. What?
I actually thought the Niners won that game.
He could so easily just go look at...
No, the Niners didn't win that game.
He could so easily just go look at week by week.
That's why I want it to be fast, so there's no cheating. All right.
Mine was fast.
So,
mine was already in when I was...
Yeah, his was really fast.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't... Because it could easily be like, I thought you had it reversed on the question, so then I'd be right. Okay. So Rodgers did that before the Ravens beat the Patriots.
Bang.
1 week before. Rodgers beat them in Week 9. New England won in
God,
Week
I felt like
10.
that was like week.
I thought Rodgers just played the
13,
Niners and just
but
had
then
like
again-
an awful game. That is what happened.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Look
In the
at
NFC Championship game and last year, he had 2 awful games against the Niners. This year, he threw 4 touchdowns and 305 yards.
revenge game.
Bro, you said the 2019 season. That was the 2020
he's
season.
pulling a Zack now. He's pulling a Zack.
Tell me he didn't get beat twice, but you know that's right. 2020 versus 2019, that's completely different.
Are you talking about the season that
I'm
just
talking
happened?
about the season that just happened.
Yeah, you said
Oh, okay.
2019, so that's
that
why
question would
I
be
was
a wash.
confused.
All right, that question's a wash.
Okay.
Did the Patriots even beat the Ravens?
Yeah,
2
yeah,
years
we
ago?
watched it at my apartment.
No, the Ravens.
Oh yeah, that's
the
right.
Ravens beat
But
the
I was
shit
just
out of the
thinking about
Patriots.
I was just thinking about the game, not the result of that game.
All right, that question's a wash.
So this is the season that just happened.
Right.
The season
All
that
these
just happened.
questions are
Okay.
seasons that just
Okay.
happened.
All right,
Damn.
Here we
a
go.
much needed win there for me.
All right.
Down the toilet.
here we go. Which happened first? The Eagles' miraculous comeback against the Giants, where they won 22-21. Was that before or after the Bears upset the Buccaneers? Zach rings in with after. Scotty rings in with after. You are both correct.
Yeah, because I still had hope for my season during that Bear. That what was that, week 4 or 5? The Bears game? 5? Yeah.
All right. What happened first? The Ravens beat the Eagles 30-28 in a close game, or the Todd Gurley falling into the end zone on accident, and they ended up losing to the Lions. Was the Ravens game before or after the Lions-Falcons?
I better be right. Are any of these going to be easier? They're all going to be like a week apart.
Zach, you said, Scotty, what did you do?
I'm saying the Philadelphia and Baltimore game happened before the Todd Gurley falling into the end zone game.
All right, so your answer is before, which is correct.
Fuck off.
1 week before. It's been...
These are all going to be like 1 week apart, and it's going to be so
That is
impossible.
the point of the
It's
game.
gonna be just 50-50. I know. It's just going to be 50-50 guesswork.
Did the Colts come back from a 21-0 deficit to the Bengals before or after the Bills beat the Seahawks at home by 10?
Oh man, I don't even remember that game.
I don't remember the Seahawks Bills
Oh.
game, but I do remember the Bengals. Oh,
Did
shit.
the-
Can I
did
change my... You know I didn't look. I'm changing it.
All right.
You're sitting right in front of me. You know I'm not cheating.
You both rang in with before, which is correct.
Oh, I'm glad I
Are
changed
they all
it.
going to be 1 week?
All right, how far apart is this one?
4? Is that a
Sounds like 1 week.
They're all gonna be like within a fucking month. God.
Yeah. Did the Ravens beat the Browns at home before or after the Super Bowl? Okay. All right. Thanks for that. Did the Titans edge the Jaguars by 3 before or after?
Fuck.
Before or after the Browns upset the Cowboys and Dak Prescott and Jerry World?
Oh man. I don't remember.
could
I don't
be like
remember
one of
that.
those-
I don't remember that fucking Jags Titans game.
I don't either.
I'm gonna say it's
Which is
before.
why I'm like, I know the Jags played the Colts early on. You know, how often would you play?
Correct answer was
Yeah,
before.
I knew that was kind of trick
What did I
because
say?
the Browns Cowboys game happened early, but like if I can't even remember the Titans
Yeah.
game, then it has to have happened even before.
The Jags played conference or division rivals really close to each other.
Back-to-back weeks. That was a 2-week difference. I like it.
This is stupid.
Your mom. Okay. Did the Bills beat the Chargers by 10 before or after the Chiefs held on to beat the Panthers 33-31 on a missed field goal at the buzzer?
You said Bills Chargers?
Yes, the Bills beat the Chargers by 10. Was it before or after the, Chiefs beat the Panthers? Scotty rings in with before.
I haven't yet.
Zack rings in with after. Correct answer, after.
Woo.
Oh, this game's not stupid anymore.
Am I winning?
No, you're down 1. 4 to 3.
Then it's still stupid.
First team to 10 wins. All right. I gotta look for like a memorable moment, maybe. Did Brandon Allen win FedEx Air Player of the Week?
Oh my God.
Before or after the Dolphins beat the Patriots with Tua Tagovailoa?
Ooh, I have a question here. Could some of these have happened the same week but have been at different time
I
slots?
thought of that, but you would have massacred me on that.
I would have.
Yeah.
I would have choked you out with the
you
microphone
ring in?
cable. No, I have not.
What was the first one?
Because I know Brandon Allen.
So did Brandon Allen win FedEx Air Player of the Week before or after Tua Tagovailoa beat the Patriots?
Gotcha.
Because I know Brandon Allen was week 16. I know that. So if they were the same week, you wouldn't include it. I don't think it was week 17. It wasn't week 17 because the Patriots played the Jets.
You both rang in with after. That is correct.
Yeah.
All right. Scotty leads 5-4. All right. Did what, Scotty?
Nothing. Just go ahead.
The Steelers blasted the Bengals 36-10.
Mm-hmm.
Was that before or was it after the Dolphins beat the Jets 20-3 in New York?
Oh, fuck me. What was the first game?
The Steelers beat the Bengals 36-10.
Oh.
Before or after the Dolphins killed the Jets?
Oh, they killed the Jets?
Well, they beat them 20-3.
20-3. Oh, fuck. That's right. That's that game. Oh, my God. I forgot the first game again.
Scotty, that might be foul play here. I can hear Scotty typing in the background, but it's it's not in the chat.
I'm just... That's me. Yeah, just follow it first. I don't know. Fuck.
After the...
That's just to convince you I was typing in the chat.
So you are cheating.
No, I wasn't fucking cheating. It's convinced to
All right,
convince you of the truth.
How about an answer?
That's the answer at the beginning.
Just say it.
After.
Say it.
It's in the chat.
All right, it's before.
Woo!
Shelby,
That was the first.
You guys
I
can
remember
accuse
that
me of foul
20-3
play,
game was when
but I can never actually be sure that there's no foul play.
my bet that I remember that game because it was early on that my Jets Dolphins bet with Scotty took it in the shorts.
Well, we were at the Bengals Giants game during that Dolphins Jets game that I referenced. All right, it is tied at 5. All right, I gotta get a Broncos one in here because I asked one about the Ravens. All right, did Drew Lock dance on the field after beating the Chargers before or after the Packers dismantled the Texans?
Yeah, that one seems like, because I know the second game with the Chargers, the Broncos got beat. That was towards the end of the season.
You both rang in with before. That is.
It is what?
I'm
Looking.
forgetting for a second.
Uh-oh.
That is.
The hunter becomes the hunted.
That is incorrect.
Oh, God. Okay.
All right, well, you both got it wrong. All right. Did the Browns come back to beat the Bengals 37-34 before or after the Panthers shut out the Lions? Scotty, you rang in?
Yep.
Okay.
Come on, Zach. Stop cheating.
Zach, did you ring in?
Yeah.
All right. You both got it right with before.
That was week 2, wasn't it?
That was like 2 months apart.
The Browns Bengals?
No. It was like October 24th.
We were at King's Table, weren't we? Around whatever
Yeah,
it's
that was
called.
week 2. They won by 5.
Oh, that's the game I was thinking of. Well, I still got it right.
Yeah, you still got it right. All right. Did the Chiefs beat the Texans before or after the Ravens beat the Texans? You each got it right with before.
Week 1.
Good job. All right.
Exposed.
3. Exposed.
Show me
Did the
your
Buccaneers rally from a 21-7 deficit against the Chargers before or after the Chiefs came back and beat the Chargers on a game-winning field goal? Zach, did you ring in?
Yeah.
Scotty ring in? Both with after. That is correct.
Are we both going to get to 10 at the same
It's
time?
tied at 8. I got to make this a little challenging. Zach's going to be all...
Yeah.
You know,
Don't go around it, man.
However, this gets done quicker so we can get to these stakes.
All right. Did the Dolphins beat the Chargers at home before or after the Seahawks won on Thursday night against the Cardinals?
You said Dolphins Chargers?
Yeah. Did the Dolphins beat the Chargers before or after the Seahawks beat the Cardinals on Thursday Night Football?
Okay. Yeah, because the
Wait.
Dolphin or the
Zach, you rang
Wait.
in?
Yeah.
Who
All
beat?
right,
Who won
Scotty,
Thursday Night Football?
The Seahawks beat the Cardinals.
Okay.
yeah, because the Cardinals.
Scotty rings in with before, which is correct.
Damn,
Yeah,
All right.
because they played on Thursday. Oh, Sunday Night Football with the Cardinals.
that's all right. You got it right. You don't have to explain why. Next one.
All right. Scotty, this could be game point.
Game point. Yeah.
All right. Did the
sure hope
Rams
so.
kill the Patriots on Thursday Night Football 24-3? Before you already rang in.
Yeah.
Before, would you ring in?
Before.
All right. Before or after? The answer's going to be after, Scotty. The Saints beat the Falcons 21-16.
After.
After's correct. Scotty wins it. Fat ass.
I'm eating both those steaks.
All right. Is that our show?
That's our show.
Alright, here we go. There's a little place where the sun sleeps late and pulls himself a shot of tequila. It's a little place called Pleasure Island. That's where I'd like to feel ya. It's easy to find just beyond the last wave, where the dolphins and whales are up mating. Sail all day and all night and then take a hard ride. That's where I'll be awaiting. Pleasure Island, island of pleasure. No need to stop and think. Pleasure Island, a beautiful treasure. Come on down and have a drink.